microphones all working perfect.
Well, remember, they just put the,
This is off, so it shouldn't be doing that. Maybe.
it's 10:30. Want me to text him and tell him having a little technical
Hey,
difficulty?
Jeff. Hang up and call back. There. Jeff?
Yeah, hung up.
Okay. I think Chris should be on.
Sorry, Vern, it'll be noon, right, 1 o'clock.
The first Zoom meeting I went to, it took about
Did you
half an
hang
hour
up?
to get everybody.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, I was on one yesterday, we had problems. It was, did it out of my house, I was, perfect, reception then.
Hey, Brian, can you give me that number again, please? Wait, here's the redial. Here, I got it. I redialed it.
Please enter your access code followed by the pound or hash sign.
Go ahead.
131 004 405.
To enable audio controls, please. The organizer has not yet started the meeting. You will be placed on hold until an organizer starts Go to Meeting.
Hello, Jeff?
Hello, Mayor.
Are you there?
Yes, and
Yeah.
I hope you can hear me. Boy, something was going on.
Yes, you're right. That wasn't what we wanted to go on.
Man,
All right,
man, oh man.
let me,
Thanks for your patience.
no, thank you. All right, let's call the meeting to order. Sorry we're a little late with a little technical difficulties. We'll stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of
the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, I think we got everything set. Excuse me. Allergies. All right, let's move to the approval of the minutes from July 2nd. Those have been presented. Oh, and let the record show, Board of Works member Jeff Gross is mobile today, if you will, and George Clemens is present here at the meeting, as is myself. So all votes will be taken by roll call with a remote member voting. So we'll ask for approval of the minutes from the July 2nd meeting.
I looked those over and didn't see anything. Jeff, did you see anything in the minutes?
No, I'm good with it.
Okay, I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes from the last meeting.
I will second the motion.
Okay. George Clemens,
Yes?
Jeff Gross,
Yes,
Joe Tolmer, yes. All right, thank you. I'd like to welcome all our visitors. Thank you all for coming. We've got, again, a little patchy start here with our production, but I think we've got everything settled up now. So actually, there's no unfinished business. Let's move right into new business, opening the bids, the solid waste disposal. So do we have some bids?
We received one bid
One bid.
by the time it was supposed to be received by. Well, before the time it was supposed to be received by.
All right, this, the bid is from Waste Management. And this is for our landfill dumping fee, $33.96 a ton, based on an estimated 4,300 tons a year.
In the current contract, it goes up by, I think, 2% each year for the remaining
Yes,
years?
this shows the same
Okay.
thing, 2%.
Increase.
Dustin, do you want to review this contract and then we'll take action on it at the end of the meeting? Okay,
Dustin, how
there you go.
many tons are usually dumped per year?
Right around that 4,300 is where we came up with that number. Next year, it's been a little heavier this year to start off, so next year we had actually put our dollars for our budget at 4,500 ton. But a lot more people home and stuff with all the COVID stuff going on, so.
I'm going to grab that and you all can take a look at that and then we'll ask maybe here in about 10, 15 minutes to come back and we'll determine the status of that bid. All right, item number 2, I don't see Chief Wilson here. This is a naloxone rescue kit grant from the State Department of Health. Our fire territory acts as the distribution point for all the emergency services within the county. And we're asking to approve this grant, which will make Warsaw the distribution point for the other agencies in the township, or excuse me, in the county. So again, this is Narcan. This is obviously used in overdose situations, and it's been a pretty important tool in our drug fight. So
And that says distribution point, that means mainly for our county, or is it around?
no, it's our county. So all of the product is sent to our fire territory, and then they distribute it. They just make sure that it's all accounted for, and they distribute it out to the other agencies.
Okay.
So it looks like a total of 300 doses.
I think in the last grant cycle, we had 350 doses, so I don't know if this is just,
Yeah, George,
they're
and
doing this year.
it says specifically a training agency for the emergency responder agencies within Kosciuszko County.
Within Kosciuszko?
Yep.
Okay.
The shipment of Narcan will be to the fire territory for distribution. So, Jeff, any questions on that?
No questions. I move to accept.
I'll second that.
All right. Jeff Gross,
Yes.
George Clemens,
Yes.
Joe Tallmer, yes. All right, thank you. All right, item 3 is building and plan. This is a certificate of completion or substantial completion for the Airport Industrial Park. You want to explain the ramifications of that?
Yeah, so in general, this, per the contract documents, they have a substantial completion date by, and so they want to get this submitted, which is basically just saying most of the work's been done. There are some things through the walkthrough, they'll do little things that they'll have to fix, but for the most part, all the pipes in the ground, all the connections are made, the lift station's in order and up and running. There's a smaller low-pressure line that's been installed, so all of the pipes in the ground, about 3.5 miles of pipe we put in the ground, there's a lift station, half mile of force main that crosses under US 30, and then we have some low-pressure lines. All of that work has been done. There'll be some minor cleanup work, grading, seeding, stuff like that that's still to be done, but the work has been substantially completed, so we just need to release this certificate.
Jeremy, are the original lift station, I think that was at the old Biomet facility, and some of those lines, have all those been abandoned or decommissioned, or how does that work?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I believe some of the lines are now part of our overall
Of
system,
the new system.
obviously.
Yeah,
But some of them that were no longer, would have been released, yeah. The lift station, I think they were leaving it up and running until we had a test period, but that will eventually be decommissioned. The old force main, I believe we're using it as kind of like a coupled backup system, so if something were to happen to ours, we could transfer a shift flow over to that, just kind of as a secondary backup. So some of the stuff is still part of our system. A lot of it's will be abandoned and has been abandoned.
right. So essentially, we have accomplished what we set out to do with the expansion of the sewer system, and there is now availability to,
Yes, we need to, there's a memo we need to put together to get out to all the property owners. I know there are a number of them. I think there was one last week that was trying to tie on now. We need to do our part to get the stuff done and ready for them to connect. But yes, the system is functioning at this point.
okay. And they have a certain amount of time that they have to connect, is that correct?
Yeah, so the state statute, I believe, gives them 90 days to connect. Once we kind of give the go, we set that 90 days. We have not started that 90-day window at this point in time. We will probably do it when we put the memo together and send it out to all the property owners. They do not have to connect, but within 90 days, they will be billed whether they connect or not. And then if they don't have any sanitary sewer, then they wouldn't be billed, they just wouldn't be connected. There are a few properties out there that obviously don't have anything on them that will be developed later.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any other questions, George or Jeff?
No, I'll make a motion that we approve the certificate of substantial completion.
All right,
Second, I will second the motion.
okay. All in favor, Jeff Gross,
Yes.
George Clemens,
Yes?
Joe Tolmer, yes. All right, thanks, Jeremy. Item number 4 is the SRF pay approval, number 16, pay app 16, SRF number 66 for that plant expansion. In the amount of $469,895, so some substantial work there. So, Brian,
Yes, this is for work that's been completed, it's been reviewed by the engineers and by our staff, and we're recommending payment to Kukosing.
All right, thanks, Jeremy. Item number 4 is,
That's you, Joe.
I think Jeff's watching it on the stream service and there's a delay.
Real delay.
Turn that down, please, Jeff. Okay. So that's a $25 million project. We're down to about $5 million left. So we're obviously getting pretty close to the completion of this. You want to give us a little update before we vote on this?
Sure. We're busy this week and the next few weeks doing new equipment training out there. We've had 5 or 6 this week. We have a couple today, and we have a couple next week, and then 5 or 6 following week. And I think they're hoping to put flow through the plant with all the new processes online like August 3rd right now.
Wow.
And they still will not be completed till December, January, but at least all the new processes will be online, and we'll start trying to run a new plant. So it's getting to be exciting.
Yeah, I think as we get closer to completion, it'd be great to come back, maybe to the council and talk about everything that's happened and explain what we've done in the way of equipment, and just obviously it was a very significant project. It was the stimulus to our rate increase, so I think it would be good now that we're getting close to fulfilling that pledge, if you will, our part of the bargain with the expansion. That it'd be great to get a retrospective of that whole process and where we're at now.
And I think we're gonna try and arrange a tour in the next week or two and invite everybody that wants to come out before the tanks have water in them, and then maybe after we take, when we start flow through there, and then afterwards. But it's pretty impressive to see the size of those tanks when they're empty.
I'd love to see
They hold a lot of water, so.
Yeah, good.
Just as a side note, you mentioned Brian coming back in August, so at the second council meeting in August might be a good time, because I know we're going to have some kind of a document with the Tippecanoe wastewater district.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it might be good to kind of fold that
Okay,
capacity
sure.
question into your discussion. So yeah, that's a good point. All right. So Jeff, George, any questions on this pay application?
I don't have any questions. Jeff?
No, I have no questions, and I move to accept.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor, Jeff Gross,
Yes.
George Clemens,
Yes,
Joe Tolmer, yes. All right,
Thank you.
thanks, Brian. I know that's been obviously a very significant and large project. Yes. Okay, so, travel requests,
Yes, and we do have Chief Whitaker on the phone, should you have any questions about the police travel request as well. The fire department, that's pretty standard for our recently promoted individual from Brent.
I do have a concern though, because we've pretty much got a moratorium on out-of-state travel. And I don't know that that's going to be lifted by
By
October.
August.
Well, it's October 19th through the 22nd. Is that
Oh, on
correct?
Brent,
Yes. Yeah, the others are in the state. So if we approve that, that would be subject to lifting that travel ban, which is
Right.
currently in effect.
right. I would agree with that. I know that we have some other ones also that are,
Yes,
they're all going to virtual anyway.
Right.
So it'll probably be switched into virtual, I'm sure.
but I just want the minutes to reflect that.
Yeah.
Got it.
Good point.
Jeff, any questions on either of these travel requests? There's one for Brent Pfeiffer, who, this is good training, and I know he needs it. We have to stick to that travel ban,
Sure.
or restriction, I'll call it. And then the two officers that are going to Pepperball down in Tipton.
I'll make a motion, we accept the travel request contingent upon, obviously, his travel out of state. If the ban is still in place, he won't be able to do that, but is that okay? No?
Yes, perfect.
I will second that motion.
All right, all those in favor, Jeff Gross,
Yes.
George Clemens?
Yes.
Joe Tolmer, yes. All right, and then I've got a walk-in new hire change in payroll report. Jeff, I will read this for your benefit. These are all three street department equipment operators. They're all replacements. $17.25 an hour, all three. They're all full-time. Justin Oosley started
He started, correct.
July 13th. Cody Eby starts July 22nd, and Chancellor Thurman starts July 27th. So again, Justin Oosley, Cody Eby, Chancellor Thurman, all equipment operators, all street department, all full-time, all at $17.25 an hour, and all as replacements with those starting dates that I'd mentioned. Any comments on?
No, you're absolutely correct. These are replacements. We delayed our hiring when COVID, so we're ready to get these replaced.
All right. All right, any questions?
No, I'll move we accept that.
All right, is there a second?
I will second the motion.
All right, all in favor, Jeff Gross,
Yes.
George Clemens,
Yes,
Joe Tolmer, yes.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. There is one special claim here. This is the payment for a cemetery vehicle, Lakeside Chevy.
Hal just got word the other day that it was in and ready to go, so
Okay.
we put it on a special claim so we could get the check to him so he could go get his.
And Jeff, I don't know that you've seen this. This is Lakeside Chevy Cemetery 2020 Chevy Silverado, coming from their capital 205, 445, 300, which is capital improvements, in the amount of $25,706.60. Any questions?
Thank you for sharing that. No questions. Thank you for sharing.
All right. George, any questions?
no questions? I'll move to accept the special claim for the truck.
I second the motion.
Okay. All right, all in favor, Jeff Gross?
Yes.
George Clemens?
Yes?
Joe Tolmer? Yes. And then moving to the claims docket, the register which has been presented. Are there any questions or comments on any of the expenditures as they are presented?
I didn't see anything. Did you, Jeff?
I have no questions.
Okay.
All right, is there a motion to approve?
So moved?
I will second the motion.
All right, all in favor? Jeff Gross?
Yes.
George Clemens?
Yes?
Joe Tolmer, yes. All right, Dustin, do you have action on the bid you request?
Yes, we do. We'd like to go ahead and award the bid to Waste Management. For that, the price actually, would like to mention, real quick, the price is the same reflection, $33.96 a ton, what we were paying in June on the last invoice. So I know we really appreciate what Waste Management did in coming in at the same price. So allowing us the transfer station right here up of Boeing Road, so eliminating travel. So very, very pleased.
Yeah, thank you. Any questions on that? Jeff or George?
I have no questions about that. Sounds like a decent price.
So is there a motion to approve?
So moved?
Is there a second? Jeff? He might have thought we were done, so I'll second it.
Okay. That's
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you. Yes. I did want to add, we moved to take our trash out to the transfer station several years ago, and it has saved us on time, gasoline, tires, wear and tear on the vehicles, having to go down to the landfill. Having a local drop-off point for the garbage has been a huge benefit to our trash service, and I appreciate our ability to do that in Waste Management, and very pleased that we'll be able to continue that. So weren't exactly sure that was going to be the case, but very happy that it is, and we do appreciate our partnership with Waste Management and everything they've done for us, and helps us to continue providing the quality service that we provide for our curbside waste management. So
I just let Jeff know that we weren't done yet, so he might try to dial back in, I don't know.
okay, well,
We're done now.
I can still hear. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can hear.
I can hear you now. Did you hear us vote on the waste management?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And what was your vote?
Yes, I wanted to, I am in favor, so yes.
All right,
That's weird.
a little bit of a delay, but thanks, Jeff, and you can jump off now. You can go out and mow the lawn.
Thanks for everything.
All right.
I hope to do that next month. Thank you.
Take care. Thanks, Vernon. He is mowing. Here, we'll get ready. Anything else, any items to be brought before the board? Okay, well, then I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
All right, and I will second that. Thank you.
Thank you all. Heat index of 100 tomorrow, be careful.
Yes.